Hello and welcome to day 2 of the networking update V2 challenge. Yesterday we had yesterday we worked on the Docker container a little bit. We had to reduce the size to fit within the limits of DigitalOcean. Yeah, because the way we did our Docker container, we're not removing any of the unnecessary stuff. So let's get right back into it. Go ahead and share my screen. Right. So this is our Docker container. And then so we did this because I wanted to remove the everything. I wanted to remove the target folder, so I copied the file out, but then I realized, well, there's actually a lot of stuff coming from the base image itself, just so to be able to compile in Rust, and that's also not required. At the end, all we need is this executable. So what we want to do is separate this into a build stage and then a production stage. Yeah. So if I go to my browser, so this is the exact question and the solution. This is how you would split it into stages. So yeah, it's going to look very similar. All right, so let's go ahead and copy this and then we'll adjust it. All right, so we're using 64, 1.64 for Rust, working directory. Yeah, sure, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Cargo build, and we need this part for the build command. We also need to let's see, instead of add, we're getting it directly from GitHub. So we're doing this, this, right? Because add will add it from our, I guess it can work with URLs too. Yeah. So maybe this should have been add. But anyway, it works with run. So, and okay, so working directories is a little different here. I guess it's just /app. Right? Did I get that right? Let me undo that for a second. All right, app, add whatever is here to app. So let's redo that. Okay. So we're in the app directory. We clone this. That'll create a directory called Matchbox. Then we go inside that and we check out the tag that we want. And then we build. Yeah, that should work. And then here we copy from builder the app name, and the app name will be Matchbox server. And we just copy that to the root. Yeah, or home, wherever that is. And yeah, I think that's all. We have everything now. And yeah. And what this image is this drill list is basically a stripped down image with like basically the bare minimum to just run an executable. It's very small, and it doesn't have any of the potentially unnecessary stuff that would come with a typical installation of Linux. And there are other ones that I know people like to use, like Alpine and probably some others, but it's just stick to what's in the example. I don't really mind which one we use at this point. All right, so we'll go ahead and build this. So we're doing version 3 now. I was thinking of doing like latest. Let's see, because this is getting a bit unwieldy. Oh yeah, to start off there. All right. Once this starts, I think I'll try tag it as latest. I'm not sure if that will work, but because every time I don't want to have to change all these versions everywhere. Latest tag, the latest, and then I'll only have to update the tag too. Right. Unless, well, I mean, I could be mistaken, but let's see. Oh, also, when we did Docker images, we're seeing these sizes, but that's like the total size, including like all the build artifacts. The actual size at the end is much smaller. Not too sure how I can check that. I think someone mentioned it here somewhere. Slim. Docker images slim. Dash slim. Oh. I don't see slim anywhere here. Maybe he just meant the smaller image. Anyway, let's go ahead and build this. Some check images. So we had yeah, 0.3 is the next one. And then this should override, like, let's see, where's latest? I don't think we have a latest. So let's try this. So it's going to take a little to compile it. At least for the first time. And then as long as we don't change any of this, should be good to go. All right, so while that's going on, I'm going to try and see what's the actual size of the image. Images. All right, so well, this is in Docker Hub? Yes. All right, well, maybe this is the actual size. I thought some of those comments mentioned that included the intermediate stuff. Okay. Well, either way, once this builds, we should have a smaller image, and it for sure should be less than 500 megabytes. Yeah, so that'll be within the limits. And let me get into DigitalOcean. And let's see. Begin registry. Yeah, and then push. We already copied this command, but yeah, tag and push. So we'll be able to push that here, and then after that, we'll be able to do create apps, I guess, and pick the image. Yeah, so hopefully you can get that online pretty soon. I can't remember, did I make this public? I wanted to. I think it was, but let's check that. I'm not sure where to see that. Can I make it public on DigitalOcean? Okay, maybe there is no public. It's just all private. No. Yeah, I think they only do private ones. Yeah, if we get that working on DigitalOcean, sorry, on Docker Hub, because we can authenticate for some reason, then we can definitely put a public version there. Or you can just build it from the repository. The repository is public on GitHub. So what I'm thinking of doing after we finally have this deployed, open it like copy from builder app. Okay. There. Is the build work? So okay, cool. So that was successful. Now let's test it. Seeing Docker images. Make sure it shows up as latest. Yeah, Matchbox 30 latest. Perfect. And if I build again, I think nothing will happen. Just, we already have it. Yeah. All right. So let's run it. Yeah. So I was saying, like, after we have this deployed, I really want to look into the peer-to-peer stuff around Matchbox. Not of the signaling server, but of our game, because for a while I've been wanting to not have to wait for everyone to join to be able to play. Right, so this is running properly. I see the log that we expect. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and tag this and deploy this. Oh yeah, what size was it? 32 megabytes. Huge difference. Yeah. So definitely separate into build stage and pod stage. Be way smaller. All right, so now it's tagged. Now let's push. And there we go. Oh, what? Quota exceeded? Still? Why? Does it make me pushing all the stages? We don't need all the stages. Okay. we could just upgrade it, I guess. But, why is it too big? It's 32 megabytes. This is the size I'd expect for this. Quota exceeded. Let's see. Maybe I'll just have to upgrade. That should be plenty. The time bandwidth limits. Is that what we hit? Maybe we hit a bandwidth limit. Trying to upload this huge file. Really? Okay. Doesn't say what the limit is. All right. Well, I'll just upgrade. Okay. Good. Done that from the beginning. We didn't even have to shrink our image. No, but it's good practice that we actually shrank it because these are a lot easier to work with when they're small. All right, there we go. So it's uploaded. So we should see. Should see it somewhere. Storage. Yeah, it really does upload all the intermediate stuff. Okay. I don't know why it needs that. There, the actual size. Even smaller than I thought. Maybe it compresses it or something. Compress to reduce size. All right. So yeah, there's an image tag. So we have our image. All right, so let's go ahead and create what is it, app? Digitalization. Matchbox server, tag 3. Retirement update is made to this image tag. Yes. Do we select the latest? Or I guess 103 would be good. Yeah, should be fine. It's the only option we can select. Squid app. All right. I guess this is fine. The default. I can add stuff. And I'm just curious about this edit plan. Cool. Actually, basic is fine. Yeah. And we could even go smaller because we don't need a lot of resources for this. So it can literally cost just $5 a month. But this is like a tiny machine. But yeah, it should be fine. We can look into maybe cost optimization in the future, but I think for now it's not a big deal. We can just we just need something running. All right, so what's the next button? Okay, back. Right, and then yeah, well, I'm glad I looked into this. Because I was wondering, what kind of node would be running on. Next, environment variables, we don't need any. Next. Fine. Next. Review. Guess we could have changed the region, but that's still Eastern time zones. So. All right, let's create it. Building. All right. Squid app. Oh, maybe we should rename this. It's probably a random name. All right, so should we go to the logs? Oh yeah, well there we go. It's running. It says waiting. But I mean it's live. It's running. Does it expect to get some kind of indication that it's okay, it's running? Or is this something we did? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just waiting. It's fine. It's already deployed. Maybe it's deploying other stuff. That's just the logs of a container. But if it'd be, handling some fun infrastructure stuff, like well, it says okay, deployed 2 minutes ago. How do we connect to this? Settings. Maybe. We didn't provide any kind of health check or something like that. So, all right. Activity settings maybe. So now we need to connect to this. Oh, failed. Why? It's expecting something. Command. I don't know. That's what I expected. Yeah, not think it's working. No live app URL. Okay. Maybe it just failed to give me a URL. It was running. What does it expect? Because that's what I expected. Is there an error code? Failed during deploy phase. Is it? You know what? Yes, I think it wants an endpoint. It wants like it's like I think it's expecting something different for I guess building and running. Let's see. I mean, we could just try to deploy. Maybe we didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Okay, so we need to list on a specific port, I guess. Some apps set the listening port in a variable, others are coded. Maybe we should use port. So the port is hard coded. Needs to be changed in the settings. Okay. Let's do that. There's the port. Is that it? App spec? Maybe not. Oh, okay. Perfect. So HTTP port. Yeah, okay. So we have 3536, right? I wonder if that was it. Could have been because the logs were saying it was fine, but maybe it couldn't make any kind of connection. So it's a failure. It does expect this to, oh, there we go, it went live. So yeah, we just had to update the port. Yeah, so either we can tell it ourselves here what port the container is going to be running, or we can actually pass that as an environment variable into the container, and the container can run whatever port specified there. But yeah, in our case, we'll just stick to the port. We'll stick to how everything is. Live app. Perfect. That's what we expect. So we're in a browser, and that's this is for a website connection. While we're at it, should we make our own URL? Last week or yesterday, I don't remember. Yeah, when last week when we did AWS, I did set up a subdomain to point to the AWS. We could just point that to here. Just going to log in, so we can change those settings, and then in here there's probably something for DNS or like networking. Yeah, but as you can see, it's way more simple to get it running on DigitalOcean than AWS. Well, it seems like to me anyway. All right, so domains, yeah. Enter domain matchbox server. Dot and I guess I need to point these DNS records. So I can show this here. Okay. So I'm in Namecheap. This is my domain. There's wait, hopefully not sensitive stuff. I think there is actually. No, actually, it looks like there's. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I thought I had like some stuff for like maybe it's on a different page. So yeah, let's delete that. This is all the AWS name servers. I guess I could have, no, you can't edit these, can you? Yeah, you can. I could have just done edit. All right, so don't need this. We can close this for now. And then NS1, oh, that's easy. All right, so let's do NS1. I think there was 3 of them. NS record. There's NS2. Where was, oh, here. Yeah, I think this is the sensitive stuff that's popping up for some reason now. It's not fully showing, it's probably fine. But it's like, I think relating to like Google site verification stuff. All right, so I'll just keep on adding the NS records. ns2.digitalocean.com. And the third one. ns3. Save. All right, so just gonna reorder these a bit because I'm a bit OCD like that. Really does not matter. Really does not matter at all. And it's not showing up. So maybe I'll refresh my page because I can't see the third name server. Or not the order changed. So it looks like I have zero control over the others. So yeah, I'll just add the missing one. I think one of them didn't save. All right, so they're all there. So yeah, we should be good. The resource, I guess name is a subdomain, so like maybe just everything. Or at, yeah, at. Resource, right? Is there any resource? I thought we'd get a drop down. Matchbox. Select resource for enter custom IP. All right. Guess we can get the IP. Maybe I'll refresh the page because we haven't. Oops, anything. I'll check the DNS propagation. Matchbox server. Gamedev. Nope, not yet propagate. Right. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. All right, so either way, we should be able to select a resource here or enter an IP, I guess. So let's okay, apps, new tab. So we have this app. We have a URL. Maybe that's what we need to use instead of an IP. So I think CNAME is for URLs. So just say that empty. There's an alias of no. What's this? Do I have to put something? I think I can't do can't do what I thought I could. With the host, with the CNAME, do I have to do I have to do like a subdomain thing. Why not just do at? Just doing at dot. Yeah, I think it's another host name. I guess I can add all of these, but that means we'll have to use this URL with the W's. Unless I'll go ahead and create this. Now he's edit. It's not what I wanted. Let's see if it propagated anymore. Can we see what it's actually expecting? Doesn't say. Like, must know what's expected to know that it's propagated or not, right? All right. Well, maybe not in this one. Again, another DNS checker. I think this one. We'll see. Matchbox server and that else. And typing. Or is it the underscore? No, underscore should be fine. I think. Yeah. Yeah, we have underscore. Oh, W. But we should still see. Okay, we should still see name server. Invalid host name. All right. I don't think it would say something like invalid host name. So I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong for the UI. But anyway, this one should work. I can actually already test this one. In our box game. Looks like it's 3536. Yeah, well, that's our file server that's not running. Let's see this one. No, hold on. This one. Actually, we could have even used the GitHub link because it's should be live there. So, I think anyway, we're running it locally right now, and this should work. Copy the URL. Open another window. Hopefully this works. And it's usually a lot faster than this. I think something didn't work. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't specify this port. So I guess all I need is this. And it should send me to the, it'll forward it to wherever it needs to go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're live. All right. So and then on GitHub, where this would be is GitHub. What's that box server? A box server. Box. Yeah, we have a box game. And then so the thing is, right now we need to specify in the parameters, if we want custom um, Matchbox server, because the default one is the localhost one. And so what I want to do is have this be the default one. But like not this actual URL, but the one that we're trying to set up. Why? Well, really it won't change the behavior, but it's just I guess this link just kind of looks random. I cannot tell at all what this is from the link. But if we use our own link like this, then that would be more obvious. All right, so I guess I need this. Yeah. So I think because it's not propagated yet, but also I think I didn't configure something correctly because invalid host name. Oh, yeah. Yeah, something is not right. I added the NS record for Matchbox server. There's no typos there. And here, this underscore, it's just one underscore. Yeah, I think I messed up here. So instead of was I supposed to do that? I think I was supposed to do, yeah, I'm supposed to do this. Yeah. Let's go to domains. I think I missed something. More manage domain, maybe. Well, I think that's where we were. I mean, what I wanted was to pick resource here, but yeah. I mean, I could take this. It would work if I took this inside of Namecheap directly. Yeah, and then I wouldn't even need the 3Ws, but maybe that's what I'll just do. Because I don't have an IP for the app, just URL. Yeah, that's all I have. So I'm going to live with that. Yeah, so with the very little resources that it has, it's barely even using it. So I mean, not that there's anyone connected. There's only like two clients connected to it. But yeah, I don't expect a lot of activity. And if you guys start using it a lot, I can up the resources on this machine, so that it runs smoothly for everyone. All right. Yeah, I'll set it up directly on Namecheap instead of doing like the NS records. So I was doing NS record because I wanted to be able to control within DigitalOcean anything related to that subdomain. But right now, all we need is just the CNAME. So let's set that up. Thanks. Whatever. And then where is that URL here? This is the one. And I think that's all. So let me go to domains, clean up what we had before. Domains. I'll delete all this stuff. Actually, I'll just delete the domain itself. Can I delete this whole thing? Maybe it wants me to do number one. Delete. I won't delete these because they're already there. No, wait. No, yeah, when I added the domain, I guess I added them. Yeah, if it's this. Yeah, so that should all be empty now. Domains. Still have a domain. Oh, okay. I guess we could have deleted all and seen. I didn't notice. All right. Okay, so I guess it looks like we don't need to do that. Whatever. All right, so I go here and I do Matchbox server. Hopefully it's propagated by now. Oops. No. Now we got to this. Oh, okay. So we want to see the same thing as this. Matchbox. Dot all right. And we still can't reach it. Sometimes DNS propagation can take some time. It's kind of random. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, for now we use we can use this URL for now. Yeah, I'll still put it as default. We'll just change it again, just because I don't want to have to specify URL parameters all the time. All right, so the default, I'm gonna put that here, but I also want to keep that in the comments so that someone knows if they want to run the local one. All right. So we'll have to rebuild that. Yeah. So by default, should be connecting now, and we'll build this and we'll update what's on GitHub pages as well, so that it's linked to the right page. But we'll do that at the end of the week. Yeah, we'll do it all in one update. So yeah, so for now I'm putting this URL here, but I'll use the one with my domain that I was trying to get to work. Once it's propagated, I guess. So let's close all this. We don't need any of this anymore. Let's do doing this stuff. I'll probably just check back tomorrow on it when we do that later. All right. And there. Okay, great, finally. So now that we have that running on a server somewhere, people don't have to compound on their own server. So, okay, so the next thing I wanted was I want people to be able to start playing before others have joined. I might have to go a little deep into, I don't know how easy it would be to do that. Might not be that easy. Might not even be able to do it this week, but you can certainly learn things along the way. All right, so right now, if I look at the main, we have our GGRS plugin here, and then somewhere it's going to specify the number of players. And it won't be hard-coded here because it comes from the, yeah, from here, from the next, or the default, which is 2. Yeah, the default value is 2. So when it starts it, it tells it, how many players it needs to wait for. So this is all okay, but what I'm going to do is change this number of players to be like a minimum number of players. So really I don't need to change anything. But maybe I could change the default to 1 though. Yeah, so that you can start playing when it's joined without having to say. So default be 1, and then okay. So it will start. If you want to wait until more players join before the game starts, you can. But by default, it will just start with like just 1 person. And then others, and then what I need to add is that others can still join even though the game's already started. And that might be the real tricky thing to do. All right, so we've got room URL, and then it's going to insert resource matchbox socket, which comes from the Bevy matchbox library, which may or may not have to fork. Well, no, I won't have to fork it, but I may have to define my own function to use instead of this one. It's just a small change. I could probably get around as long as they have whatever I need as public structs. All right. Room ID. So hold on a second here. So I thought room, yeah, room is the you can create a game with a room name, and then wait, does that already have the behavior that I want? Maybe it had it this whole time. Let me change the args back to 2. I never actually tested that part. So just start new one. Oh yeah, I don't need to specify the Smashbox server anymore because we changed the default to point to it. All right, so with 2 people. Right? Oh, wait, I didn't recompile, I think. So once that's recompiled, it should use this by default. So yeah, close this. Okay. They're not connecting yet. Okay, we're not running yet either. Audio second now. It's already built. There. So they should be able to find each other by default. Right? Maybe not. What did we do wrong? Yeah, okay. Something WS. Okay. I may have messed up the let me double check that. Yep. It should not be HTTPS. WS. All right, so let's recompile it. All right, and then we'll test with rooms. If rooms already work the way I expect, then that's great. I may make that the default. It's looking for whether there is a room or not. If I make a room by default, then if someone wants a number of players, I have to restructure a little bit. But, oh wait, no, I want to test it like this. There we go. Okay. So, if I want to create a room, suppose hello, waiting for one more player. So it's both, but here, if there is a room ID, it just uses that ID. And then, okay, hold on, there's a format here. I didn't notice this. So your room URL is so we've got the the Matchbox URL and then the room ID. But we don't have the number of players. Maybe it still has to be at least 2. So I join the room and let's see if I can join them with a 3rd player when they're already playing. As a spectator, I guess. It joined them, but no, they're not in sync. Yeah, so something here is not right. Waiting for one more player. I'll join the room. This one will join the room. And I think so. These two are connected. Maybe they've dropped the connection already to the submitting server, and this is basically a new room called the same thing. But no, it's finding another player somewhere, but they're not in sync. Yeah, there's a little weird on this one. And I can't move. Okay. Well, maybe the logic isn't right in the code to begin with. So, yeah. So that's at least 2 players to start. And then no one else can join, apparently. Like if I were to say, okay, maybe I want hello to. This is going to wait for another player. So now we're in a different room. And then these two players are going to play together. Control this one. So we've got two games running independently, which is great. And since this is all peer-to-peer, and Matchbox server is only there to connect them together, like if I go back to DigitalOcean, you should see the resource usage be really low. Yeah. Right. So I mean, it didn't even affect the compute usage. It's been the same for the past. I mean, I guess since we deployed it, it's 6-7%. 4 players didn't really matter. So yeah, I think this could get used a lot without running out of resources. Yeah, it's oops, anyway, that's sidetrack. So let's close these up. The rooms aren't working the way I wanted to. I mean, I could say not working at all. It doesn't make sense to me that someone joins the same room after they've started. You can't either spectate or join them, or it should be a different room. You know what I mean? So yeah, and this also does not make a lot of sense to me because I'm seeing that the number of players is only being used if there is no room specified, right? Because if there's a room, it's using the room, and otherwise it's using this formatting string. With the number of players. And then room URL is the signaling server URL / the room ID, which again I said is either the room or the number of players. And that's being used in this new GGS function. So let's go here. This decline from on. Yeah. Matchbox socket. Let me go back. There's a new one. WebRTC socket. This is from Matchbox socket. GGS room URL. Yeah, so we definitely have to. We're gonna have to end up going pretty deep into this and really tell it, how to behave because, yeah, by default, yeah, I don't think the rooms are even working that way. So socket config will take a room URL. And socket config, let's return from the room. So config, yeah. I guess this back up. Let's see. New, and then I'll call add channel, and then call build. This might be pretty tricky to implement. So let me see what maybe what functions the VGGS has that we can work with. Or maybe I can see if they have some documentation. I'm just trying to click a link into the documentation, but I guess I'll have to look them up in the browser. Station. This is all we got. But the library itself is not that big, right? So we've got 4 files, some examples. So we could dig into how GGRS is working and create our own variant of it. Or let's see, well, it's 4 files, but how big are these files? I'm sorry, moderate. But before I go too deep into this, there's I'm out of time. Yeah, so in terms of networking, the things that we could do here is figure out a way to get players to join the game for sure. And then there's the player communication. So like right now, I don't think you'd have time to type. You'd have to you'd have to react to the enemy coming to you, and there's no real way to communicate here. So we've got a few options what we can do about that. But like a chat is maybe not ideal unless we change the nature of the game a bit, and maybe instead of having one fast enemy, we have like tons of slower enemies, maybe like a zombie apocalypse. And we could make a zombie apocalypse online game, I guess. That might be fun, and that way you have maybe a bit of respite so you can chat. But ideally, you'd be able to voice chat, and I think we could do that probably as a library. But yeah, I don't think we'll have time to get into any of that if we focus on getting players to join mid-game, which I think is more important. Or at least I want to get that working more. If I have a lobby, and maybe people can create games, and if you see those listed in a lobby, it's not so bad, but you still have to like wait until all the players join before you can play, and no one can join if the game's already started. So still, even with a lobby, I feel like that would still be a pretty severely limiting factor. So that's why I'm prioritizing that first, and it might take all week. So the other stuff might be Might have to do further challenges, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do this week. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, like, share, subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3, and we'll continue digging deeper into this. All right. Well, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.